March Madness.
What is going on, and welcome back to Bourbon of the Week. My name's Chris. I'm going to be your host for today, and today is day one of our March Madness Bourbon Bracket Single Barrel Edition, and this year we're doing it a little bit differently. Normally, I would know who's going up against who in the first round, but for this one, my wife's going to come down, pick out two random bottles, pour them up, write them down, put them in here, and I'm not going to open this until the entire first round is done, and then in post, I can come back and tell you which one won, but for right now, in this first round, I will not know which bottle I'm getting, and I won't know who's going up against who. I think this keeps it a little bit more fun because then I don't know who's going up against who in the first round. There's no bias. I can't say, well, one of these is Blanton's and I think it's this one, so I like this one better. Takes everything out of it and just keeps it strictly down to which one I like better. So let's get my wife down here. Let's pour these up and let's start to find out who is king of the single barrel. Let's do it.
So my shot glass. All right, may the best single barrel win. March Madness.
Listen, I made this as good as I can. Every year somebody tells me I'm cheating. Every year somebody tells me I know the amounts that were in the bottle when she pours them, and I came down and I measure them and I get whatever you guys think I'm doing. I promise you, if I'm going to cheat, I'll just cheat. Nothing I'm going to do is going to make it obvious that I'm cheating. I don't want to cheat. This is fun for me. So let's do it. We've got our Bourbon of the Week glass. We've got our plain glass. I'm not going to know what it is for another, I don't know how long it's going to take me to shoot all four of these videos. Week maybe, but you're going to know by the end of the video. Everybody knows. Time for the traditional sip. Cheers, y'all. I mean, off the rip, that is fantastic. Here's the thing, we're not even gonna talk about the bottles in this video. Again, I put out my video talking about all of the specifics on the bottle, so if you wanna go out and you wanna look at that, I don't know what bottles these are, so I'm not gonna sit here and explain 8 different bottles every single video. This bottle right here, super sweet on the front, a little bit of spice in the middle, feels a little bit lower proof, nothing crazy when it comes to the proof. It's definitely not high proof by any means. I don't even know what like the exact proofs are on half of these bottles, and this is going to be very minimal editing. That's why I like to do this March Madness. I want you to see my exact expression. I want you to see exactly how long I'm really like messing around with the glasses, nosing them, tasting them, everything like that, because we're strictly picking off of taste here. That's it. We don't care about anything other than how good does it taste and how much do I like it compared to the other glass. It's that simple, guys. This is going to be so hard. These are so different and so good all at the same time. Which one's better? I have no idea. This one gave me like a rye influence at the beginning, but I don't really think that it's a rye or anything like that. I think we only have one rye in this, if I remember correctly. I'm not even gonna look over there. I'm not even gonna entertain the idea that I looked over and I saw anything. So that's over there, not gonna look at it, and that's how we're gonna do every video. Every video from now on, I won't even bring the bottles up. I'll just have her go over, pick 2 other bottles that she hasn't picked yet, pour them up for me, and that's how we're gonna do it. This one's really good, but there's something a little funky on this one. Something a little weird going on. I don't want to say crafty or anything like that, but something a little bit different going on in this glass than your traditional bourbons. Maybe like the Mackenzie. I don't know. This doesn't really feel like a Mackenzie to me, but maybe. I don't know. Yeah, just something not off-putting by any means, but something a little bit different on that glass right there. Well, this glass, guys, this glass right here, I thought it was close at the beginning. I don't think it is. This glass over here gives me a really good sweet, spicy mixture. This is like, I don't even know how to describe this. This is like a honey hot wing, right? You get the viscosity of that honey. You get so much sweetness, but yet it's kind of like a spicy sweet. I don't know. This is really good. I like this one a lot. Guys, we even went, people were like, you can see the color of the whiskey, so you know what's in the glass. Blacked out Glens this year. Come at me in the comments with what we did this year to cheat for this. Because for at least the first round, and we're going to do it in the second round, but the second round, once you're down to 4 bottles, if they're that different, I can probably tell which one's which going into that. But for the first round here, guys, there's no way I can know which one of these is which. They're blacked out Glens. I mean, come on. This is still a really good glass of whiskey. It feels lower proof though, and I'm trying to figure out like, what did we have in that lower proof range? Pretty much everything was higher proof, except maybe like the Weller single barrel. I'm trying to think, that was definitely our lowest proof, but what was like above that? What were the next couple of proofs up? That's what there's like a corn to this, maybe even like a weeded aspect to this. Really good. These are all good glasses of whiskey, don't get me wrong. All 8 of these bottles are fantastic bottles of whiskey. There's different people's picks in here. There's store picks in here. There's creator picks in here. There's the Weller single barrel. There's the straight from the barrel Blantons in here, which are neither of the above. They're just bottles that I picked up over the last year. And that's what we like to do, 2024 single barrel bottles that I picked up. And by the way, make sure you check out, this is March. April, we're going to do straight up creator versus creator. We have 4 different creators. I'm not going to spoil too much about it right now, but keep an eye out for this because this is going to be fun. We're getting 5 different picks from 4 different creators, samples from 4 different creators. They're sending me 5 of their best picks, and we're going to pull that one of each blind. We're going to pour them up. We're going to mix them up so we don't know which one's which, and we're going to rank each one over a 5-week period. First place gets 3 points, second place gets 2 points, third place gets 3 points or 1 point, and fourth place gets 0 points that particular week. So somebody might be the best one week and the worst one week, and we're going to see who ends up king of the single barrel. So this is king of the single barrel I own, but soon we're going to find out which creator has the best single barrel picks out there, and that's probably the best Patreon that you should join. Although you should join everybody's Patreon, including mine. I won't have my own picks in there. Seems a little bit biased, right? Yeah, I mean, this one's going to win, I think. This is honey. This is spicy. There's a little bit of an oak presence on the end of this, but not too overwhelming. This one just has a little bit something funky. Sorry about my glasses. I keep adjusting. These are like 5-year-old glasses and they keep falling off. I just bought new glasses, which are expensive as hell, by the way. Is anybody buying? They're like, before insurance, which my insurance doesn't cover much, they were like $900 for a pair of glasses. My goodness. Listen, we only have a couple sips left of each of these. And again, I don't want these to be 20-minute long videos. I just want to taste through them a couple of times, kind of work through. This is how I do this, by the way. When I drink a whiskey, this is what I do. I sip it, I think about it, I sip it, I think about it. I try and pull out some notes from each one of these, and that's how I compare things. It seemed close at the beginning, but by the end, I feel like I made a very easy call on which one this is going to be. And I think it's going to be this glass. Unless something remarkable happens in the next couple of sips, it's going to be this glass right here. And again, originally I thought it was close. I don't think this is like exceptionally better than this glass over here, but I do think it's enough of I can notice enough of a difference that I do enjoy this glass right here, and I'm not really hesitating with my answer on that. Again, this one's just giving me a little bit something funky, feels a little bit younger, a little bit craftier, and again, I don't know if that's what it is, but this glass right here is just a little bit funky for my particular flavor profile. And I also feel like both of these have very predominant flavor profiles, but this one over here just feels like it's like lacking. I'm kind of like searching for the flavors, but I'm also getting, I don't want to say more flavor. This one seems more complex but quieter, and this one seems like it's just giving me all of the flavors that I like, and it's in my face. So like, would you rather have 10 flavors that don't really work well together and they're all there but you're searching for them, or would you rather have like 4 or 5 flavors that are predominant in your face that you love? And that's kind of what I'm getting. The honey hot over here versus the graininess and that corn / wheat flavor over here. That's kind of where I'm at on this. Yeah, I'm going to give it to this glass over here. I'm going to say that this glass was a little bit higher proof. I'm going to say there was more of a rye presence on this because you do get that spiciness, that almost like a minty dilliness flavor over here, while this one gave me a little bit more of the concentrated cereal grainy flavors with it. Again, not a bad whiskey by any means, but that's what I was picking up over here versus over here. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to take this over here just so I don't forget when I come back in a week or a week and a half to figure out who won. I'm just going to write plain on this glass, on this. So listen, it's sealed. I got no idea what won. All I know is when I come back to this that the plain won in round 1, day 1, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Not tomorrow, I don't even know when we're gonna post these, but I'll see you guys on the next one. But listen, that's all I got for you today until I come back and tell you who won, and then I'll give you the spiel on where to follow me at the end. Cheers, y'all. All right, and thanks to the power of editing, we are back to tell you the big reveal. We have day 1, day 2, and day 3 envelopes here. We don't have day 4 because day 4 we could open right on stream when we shot the video because we already did the other 3 days. So here is day 1. Our winner was plain Plain was our winner, so we're going to open this up and we're going to find out who is moving on to the second round. Let's get it. I forget you already know the answers to this. I don't. BOTW Tipsy Glass was Mackenzie Single Barrel. Hold on. So our Mackenzie Single Barrel, this was 6 years, coming in at 51% corn, 49% malted barley, picked by Bourbon, only Bourbon fans, and Sam's Whiskey Room, was our loser in this particular round, but going up against a heavy hitter. Let's take a sip right here. Blanton Single Barrel. Again, you guys already knew all of this, but Blanton Single Barrel, and she wrote Single Barrel, which this technically is, but this is straight from the barrel. This is 6/8/23 dump date, barrel number 1025, Warehouse H, Rick number 1, 128.4 proof. This is an absolute banger. I did expect this to move on against most things in this competition, so I'm curious whoever this goes up against in the next round, what that's going to be like, because this is a very good bottle. Again, I don't know how we're going to do the next round yet. Am I going to do it completely double blind like I did this, have my wife come down, pick 2 of the 4 bottles and pour them up? Am I going to know which 2 bottles are going up against each other and I'll just mix them up and still do a blind that way? Not too sure on that yet. By the way, this Old Ezra 7-year rye, this was a 2024 creators pick. There were a bunch of us there. Absolutely fantastic. Check out my Instagram. There's a link in bio to this. I think there's still some available. Don't quote me on that. Depends when this video comes out. Cheers, y'all. Speaking of check out my Instagram, make sure you follow me on Instagram at Bourbon of the Week. Make sure you click that like and subscribe button here on YouTube. I would greatly appreciate it. Check out our Patreon page and our Discord, both those links in the description below. Please don't drink and drive. Always drink responsibly. Stay healthy, stay happy, and stay doing March Madness, because this is a lot of fun. Cheers, y'all.